Hi, I'm Jay Ashley Arthur, and this is the Forever a Student podcast. Thank you for joining me. This is actually episode number 1, and I am so excited that you are here. So, thank you again. Let's dive right in. Let's talk about the name of this podcast, Forever a Student. I'm a firm believer that no matter how old I get, I'm never too old to learn more, and I'm never too old to ask questions. So, I will forever be a student in that sense, a student of life and just the pursuit of knowledge. I hope that as you guys take this journey with me, you open up and you share the things that you're interested in knowing so I can make sure I have guests who can speak to what it is you're asking and just to further educate you and myself on those topics. How did I get to the point where I wanted to do a podcast, or why do I feel like I'm qualified to do a podcast? Well, it's all about giving back and wanting to share information. And I will go back many years to when I was in 10th grade. I got pregnant with my daughter, and just it was a really hard time. My parents, they are awesome, but they were not able to give to me in a nurturing, supportive way at that time. And thankfully, I had a set of really great teachers. So they kind of just came alongside me and showered me with love. And it was so impactful that I decided I would become a teacher. Not so I can teach ABCs and one, two, threes. It was more so that I could be a support system for kids who may need it that, had no other way of getting it. And so many years after having my daughter, I went back to school and finished my degree and got my education certificate. And now I am a fifth grade math and science teacher. I've been doing it for a while. I absolutely love it. And I am definitely fulfilling the need that I have, the desire that I have to be a support system for my students. I love my kiddos. I love their families. And it's super rewarding and fulfilling for me to be living that dream. But during the time of being a single mom, I decided I was going to buy a house, and I was super excited. I was working multiple jobs and just knew I was in a position to buy a home. Well, I was told otherwise. I was met with a lot of negative pushback, feedback, and made to feel that I was not able to be a part of the home ownership club. After going through the feeling of defeat and giving up that dream, I decided at some point I'm going to learn everything I can about this secret society, which was home ownership. And I was going to share it with all the other single moms and all the other people who had been made to feel like home ownership was not something that they were qualified for because of their circumstances. And so, about 2 years ago, I got my real estate license. And for the last 2 years, I have been doing that as well. And so, I am learning. I am in that process right now of actively selling or helping to sell homes and helping clients. But personally, I am in this active state of learning as much as I can. There's still so much that I don't know. And not being ashamed to ask questions, not being ashamed to research, watch videos, tutorials, and things like that. But just to educate myself so that I have the knowledge. So when I come to meet someone who feels like they can't, I have what they need to help them realize, yes, you can, and I'm going to show you how. So that's kind of how I came to wanting to share the information. This podcast is not about sharing information about home ownership, unless that's something someone has a question about. I want to make sure that I'm asking you guys what you want to know so that I can have the right people here to help get us that information and help us feel super knowledgeable in the areas that we want to have more knowledge on. That is why we are forever students. That's why we have this space in this podcast arena. And that's why I hope you come back and join me for future episodes. Like I said, this is episode 1. We got a lot more to do. They're going to be fun, they're going to be exciting, and they're definitely going to be super informative. If you would like to reach me, you can do so at J Sells Florida Homes. That is on IG. That is also my email address. So jsellsfloridahomes@gmail.com or jsellsfloridahomes on Instagram. And you can connect with me. All right. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Thanks again for joining me. Bye.